Lisa Bauer. You are watching Dirty Dog Live Music, and tonight we are at Natalie's Sports Garden in downtown Meadville, Pennsylvania, and I am here with a wonderful bluegrass band from Pittsburgh. Actually, they're from everywhere, but we'll start with Greg Welty, and he's from Pittsburgh, and we'll have Greg introduce the rest of the band.
Okay. Yeah, my name's Greg Welty. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is John McNaughton. He plays bass for South 79.
Hi, John.
Hello. He lives on the Three Nations Reserve in Canada.
Double that.
Six Nations Reserve in Canada. This is Toby Hammond down there on the end. He plays guitar. He's a singer in our group. He's from DeWittville, New York, which is right over the New York line. And this big guy is our MC, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more talking than I will. This is Herschel Blevins from Ashtabula, Ohio. He plays dobro, wrote all the songs we're going to play tonight, does most of the talking and the singing, and he's a character. You guys will see.
So the name of this band is?
South 79.
South 79. And how did you guys get that name?
Well, at the time, we kind of put the band together. Greg and I were just playing together, just a little jam session up in Covered Bridge Park where I live. And we got done, and he went back to Erie at Mercyhurst, and he said, hey, you know, that was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll put a band together. And we thought, okay, well, what are we going to name it? And we kind of didn't decide, and next thing you know, I'm going to Erie to pick him up, and we're always going on south on 79 to get to, you know, one of our bluegrass gigs that were, you know, just, you know, festivals and stuff. So it was kind of one of those things that, well, it's South 79, that was that sign. It's like, yeah, we'll go South 79. And that was a direction that we were going, so that was direction that we took for the band, and it was a pretty good band name.
That's a good name.
Kind of like Maroon 5, only nowhere near as famous, but we got more numbers, so maybe we can charge as much. Who knows?
That's just a matter of marketing, actually.
Right.
So.
I mean, it works out because we don't have a hub necessarily. He's in Ashtabula, New York, Canada, Pittsburgh, and it's all up and down South 79. All of our shows are always right off South 79. We got to travel South 79 to get together. And
well, the most obvious question I would want to know is how you guys get together to practice new songs and to play new songs. Where does that occur?
Usually bluegrass festivals that we attend, and everybody just gets in a big jam session, and usually lasts till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's actually where I'd met you, not the rest of the guys.
That's actually where I met Greg. Was right here in Meadville, at the Days Inn Indoor Bluegrass Festival in January, and he was learning how to play the banjo, had all the mechanics down right, and I heard that's like, man, he's going to be a really good banjo player. And then about 6 months, I heard him again. I'm like, wow, he was, you know, really progressed, and we just became friends the first time we met. We kind of picked on him, and we just kind of butted heads and came right from there. It's like it was just, you know, it was just a good match for.
So how'd you get the other two in?
Toby and I have been playing music together for a long time. I think I met Toby when I was like maybe 10 years old or something. The Mayville Bluegrass Festival, which isn't running anymore, unfortunately, but Toby and I grew up going to that festival, and we knew the same people in the bluegrass community in Western New York, which is where I'm originally from.
We live 10 minutes from each other.
Yeah. You know, that community is so small that that's how we met. And John, I think we met at Meadville too.
That was Meadville that you and I met. Sure. Toby and I had met in Nashville that night. Actually, it was even before that.
It was a long time before that.
At that festival at Meadville.
Oh, the Mayville Festival too?
I did attend that festival as well, but you guys were much younger.
So it's been quite a while. How long have you been playing together?
We've actually started our 5th year as a band, so Greg and I met 6 years ago.
Okay. Well, I just met Greg at the Bluegrass Festival in Meadville, and he was passing out some CDs, and I think you had given me a free download.
Oh yeah, did you download it?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I guess we wouldn't be here if you didn't like it.
Right, exactly. That's kind of how things happen. If you're looking to get on our show, you know, send me some music, and you know, we'll talk about it. But you are quite accomplished, and I would be remiss if I didn't let everybody know some of the things that you've done. You are a national banjo champion, and
so my dad is a national banjo champion, and I'm working on it. I am a 10 state banjo champion, but I haven't won nationals yet. I'm working on it.
Okay.
But I like to play in the contests, especially when we have a free weekend and South 79 isn't playing somewhere. I like to travel out to a contest and try my hand.
And anybody else here?
Oh, we could. There's 100 things we could tell about him, but that's for a whole nother show. You're gonna have to invite us back back in like a year.
Oh,
or something.
absolutely. Yeah,
We're
make
going to
this
write a book.
regular.
We'll have a Greg Welty tell-all. It'll be about that thick.
Okay, so since you wrote most of the songs, can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear tonight?
One of the songs I wrote was one called "The Man I Saw Today." It was my family's from a coal mining town in eastern Kentucky, and I was just kind of riding along the locomotive, and just this little kind of thing came into mind because I was actually pulling a coal train at the time from Conway, Pennsylvania.
Because you are
because I'm a locomotive engineer by trade.
Engineer, that's right.
And I just kind of this thing, the coal industry is kind of depleting, and it's just not the same as it used to be. And my brother's from Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, and the coal mines are all around him. And it's kind of like the steel industry to Pittsburgh. It's the coal industry to West Virginia and Kentucky.
Okay.
It made those towns and it broke those towns. And it's kind of a song that I wrote in the view of a young boy coming into the living room or the kitchen table and watching his mom write out the bills. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up on a farm. I watched my mom pay the bills at the kitchen table. She writes everything out, and I could kind of vision that in the song when the words came to me. And a friend of mine I work with on the railroad, he kind of helped me. We kind of put this thing together, and it's kind of in the eyes of a young boy looking at his parents and knowing what they're going through. And he's wanting to help. He's wanting to alleviate the burden, the financial burden of people losing their jobs. And a lot of people can really relate to that, even today in this in this area, in this time, day of age. People losing their jobs, they got to tighten their belt, they got to do something to survive. And,
That's right.
So
especially when you have children.
So it's an impact. It's kind of a sad impact, but with bluegrass, and you can play anything. You can kill your wife's lover and go to jail, but it's a happy song when you play it. Everything's happy in bluegrass.
Always makes me happy.
Bluegrass, you got to have somebody's got to go to jail. Somebody's got to kill a wife, and there's always a trucker, a tractor. There's something going on there. A mule, horse, something. That's kind of the whole mindset, but with the coal mining industry with that.
Okay. And some of the other songs?
The one, actually, my friend in North Carolina, I had talked to her for probably 45 minutes one night, and I've known her for quite a while, and she actually lived down in North Carolina, and with smartphones, now we're looking at this technology, and she's like, oh, it was cold here, it's like, oh, we just got snow. I'm like, you got snow in North Carolina? So she sent me a picture of her in the back of her house overlooking the lake down by Lake Norman, and it's just a beautiful area. And I said, man, you're really living in the castle down there. And she says, well, I don't really feel like the Queen. I'm thinking the castle and Queen. I'm like, if that's not a song premise, there isn't one. Right. And so that was one of the ones I kind of, after I got off the phone with, matter of fact, I said, hey, I gotta go, and I hung up the phone. I'm like, I gotta go.
Guess what
I usually keep either I'm watching the news because I'm a news junkie, and then I've got this legal pad right by my recliner, so I pick it up and start writing in. Within 5 minutes, I had something going down, and it took me a couple weeks to finish it.
So for you, it's mainly lyrics first, and then
I can hear
music?
something comes to mind, and then I kind of put the words to it, and then I'll kind of have a tune in my head how things will be. Castle and the Queen is kind of, to me, is more something that I would, if I was driving down the road and I would hear Vince Gill sing it, or somebody that a good ballad singer. Vince Gill's one of my favorite songs in country. Ricky Skaggs is another big influence in my life.
How are you?
And the third one, I don't know. Actually, the third one is actually I wrote all these songs. One of them was in semi-truck. 2 or 3 of them was in locomotives, and one of them was just sitting on the phone talking to people. But Cold-Hearted Lover was actually proud to say she'll probably watch this on TV and she'll be angry, but it's actually written about my ex-wife. And I grew up,
wrong with that.
and my
Everybody's got
my
exes
ex-wife and I grew up 150, 200 yards from each other. I mean, we were friends since we were kids. And you know how your kids were, we didn't date, we didn't consider that romantically involved at all. We were friends. And then you grow up, and then it's like, I was engaged, got disengaged. Same thing happened to her. And not that misery loves company, but we just kind of met back together after years and years of being kids, and we just kind of got together and just started a big whirlwind romance. But we didn't really get a time to really know each other. You know, we're still friends now. I mean, we get along well. But at the time, you know, you date somebody, you get mad at them. I feel like a male Taylor Swift. I break up with somebody, I'm going to write a song about it.
That's how she writes.
That's how you do it. What are you going to do? You know?
I'm really anxious to go hear the music. Are you guys ready to go start?
Sure.
Okay, let's go do it.
I'm Herschel Bled with South 79, and this one's called The Man I Saw Today.
1, 2, 3.
My daddy is a good man who works hard all day long. Lately I've been seeing something has gone wrong. Mom wrote out the bills today and I tried not to cry, but I'm standing in the doorway watching my mama cry. The good old days are gone, my son's paycheck, it won't last. Good folks ran the company, but now those days are past. I held my mama in my arms, she said it would be fine. The executives took bonuses, then closed down the mine. Mom and Dad, don't worry and know just what to do. I'm gonna get a job today so I can help out too. But all I ask them both of you to just show me the way, not to become a man like the man I saw today. Well, the white shirt slapped at me that day, it must have been a sight. 7-year-old and his dog just looking for a fight. They told me with their tooth to grin it was just a matter of time. Go home and tell your mom and dad to get in the welfare line. Well, mom and dad, don't worry, know just what to do. I'm gonna get a job today so I can help out too. But all I ask them both of you, just show me the way, not to become a man like the man I saw today. Well, Mom and Dad, don't worry, know just what to do. I'm gonna get a job today so I can help out too. But all I ask them both of you to just show me the way, not to become a man like the man I saw today. Hi, welcome back, and this is one of my favorite songs. It's called The Castle and the Queen. She's all alone and sitting in her easy chair, drinking wine and wondering if there's true love out there. A big fine home to keep her from the cold, cold air at night. But she needs someone to love her and make her feel alright. Fine marble, stone, and timber don't build the love so true. Linens made from silk and thread are not to make you blue. Fine china made for dinners that have yet to be seen. She's living in a castle that don't feel like the queen. She stays in an empty room without love to feel and grow. Her house looks like a mansion as she fills her day with hope. Neighbors think she's got it made, but her life is filled with pain. She's such a thing of beauty, but yet her tears soon fall like rain. Fine marble, stone, and timber don't build a love so true. Linen's made from silk and thread, hard not to make you blue. Fine china made for dinners that have yet to be seen. She's living in a castle, but don't feel like the queen. She needs to be held tightly, that her heart would never break. One to show her that they care would be just what it would take. But her house of love she dreams of, it has yet to be seen. She's living in a castle that don't feel like a queen. Yes, what good is a castle when you'll never be a queen? This next song is one of the ones I wrote. It's one called Cold Hearted Lover.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you think that I'll never love another, and that you were the only one for me. You told your friends that I'd be crawling back into your arms. Well, darling, that is something that I can never see. You're a cold-hearted lover, broke my heart in 2,000 times. You're a cold-hearted lover. Now that I'm free, I cannot change my mind. My friends are saying we were just not meant to be together. They'd never ever say it to my face. And when you left me, I was all alone and broken hearted. But I found somebody new to take your place. You're a cold-hearted lover, broke my heart in 2,000 times. You're a cold-hearted lover. Now that I'm free, I cannot change my mind. My love is true, but you never knew. It never really mattered. That happiness is something meant to be. And now you're all alone and then no one calls upon you. Why is it that you're always calling me? You're a cold-hearted lover. You broke my heart in 2,000 times. You're a cold-hearted lover. Now that I'm free, I cannot change my mind. You're a cold-hearted lover, broke my heart in 2,000 times. You're a cold-hearted lover. Now that I'm free, I cannot change my mind. Now that I'm free, I cannot change my mind.
Thank you.
Hi, right, we're back. I love bluegrass. It's one of my favorites. Everybody who knows me knows I love blues, and I also love bluegrass and all the other music as well. Everybody has something to offer, but bluegrass there's something different about what you guys are doing. Can you tell me what that is?
Well, it's clean. It's acoustic. It's not something that's you can just put something in and fill it and dub it and say, okay, well, that's good enough. We were joking before. I mean, you can do an Ozzy Osbourne song and everybody's listening to it. Then Travis Tritt can do the same thing in country, and it's like you just got a totally different spin on
Why
it.
don't you do that impression?
I can't not
Just
do that.
do it.
Well, I was telling him, I'm like, hey, Ozzy Osbourne can sing Crazy Train. So you're going, running up the rails of the crazy train. You hear that? But then all of a sudden Travis Tritt can do, going off the rails of a crazy train.
I love it.
And it's much more. It's like, hey, that's a beer drinking song then. And I stand there going, hey, you're drinking beer to that song and shooting pool and, somebody's wearing Daisy Dukes in the crowd. It might be John, who knows? But it's bluegrass is we've kind of worked away from that stereotype, like I was mentioning. Back in the day, I mean, I played with Jimmy Martin and the Sunny Mountain Boys, and I've had Bill Monroe on the stage with Jimmy Martin, and back in 1981, 82, these guys came out on stage in suit and ties. It was 106 degrees, and they came out, they didn't have short sleeves underneath the jackets. They had jackets, they had long sleeve shirts, they had suit coats, ties, and they were business,
Right.
And the thing is, where I grew up, bluegrass was not something that was popular. Nobody really heard it. And then all of a sudden, when you're in the third grade and fourth grade and you're taking the bass fiddle on the bus to school for show and tell, it's a little bit odd. But I didn't grow up in a bluegrass area, but all of a sudden when people hear, bluegrass, they think somebody in overalls sitting on a front porch.
Sitting on the porch,
with
right,
bare
with
feet,
a banjo,
with a hayseed
yeah.
and a straw hat, And they kind of play up on that, and it's like it's not really fair to what we as instruments and vocals and what we have to pay. I mean, Gibson banjo is $15,000 to $20,000. A guitar, Martin guitar, is $8,000 and $9,000, $10,000.
Right.
And it's not something that the average, somebody sitting on a porch is going to be dragging around a Martin guitar. This is something that we painstakingly set out
Purposely
to do, and something
yeah.
to achieve.
Purposefully to do, yes.
Purposefully.
You have a CD.
Yeah, so,
Let's talk about that.
okay, we can do that. So,
Why don't you talk about that, guys? Yeah.
well, we've been trying to do a band CD for a long time.
Okay.
But trying to get four, and we also usually have a mandolin player, getting 5 guy schedules to work out, it's never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I got this itch to go in the recording studio and record something. So I released a solo album. It's called Memoir.
Okay.
And I released it almost a year ago, and all these guys are on it, as well as some of the, in my opinion, some of the best musicians in the country. I've got Doyle Lawson's fiddle player, Stephen Burwell, Gavin Largent, who plays dobro for Blue Highway, Corey Pyatt plays for Mountain Faith, who they were on America's Got Talent last year, did pretty well. So there's some really great talent. It actually made the top 20 or top 200 bluegrass albums of the year last year.
Great.
And it made the top 10 most played songs on Airplay Direct for
That's good.
2015.
Nice shot of this.
And it made the Bluegrass Today top radio plays a couple of different months. So it did pretty well. It's for sale on my website, gregwelty.com.
Okay.
Or on our band website, south79bluegrass.com. We have some South 79 merch too. We've got these South 79 stickers that we have. You can kind of see them on all of our instrument cases and
Okay.
our cars and stuff. And then we have these printed pictures that we printed out at the recommendation of some of our fans, I guess you could call them, or Toby's mom.
So if anybody wants this, they can just go to your website?
Yeah, they can go down on our website. We sell these both pre-signed and without signed, so they can come to the show and get them signed.
We've autographed, tens of them.
Tens, huh?
Tens.
Okay.
But yeah, we have my CD for sale on both of those websites. We have the South 79 merch on the South 79 website.
Okay.
And you can see all of our shows there too.
I was going to ask, how can people find you?
The website's the best way. We also have a Facebook page. I think it's facebook.com/South79 with just the number 79. But our website is usually more up to date, and they're linked, so anything we post on Facebook.
And you guys do a lot of festivals and
A lot of festivals, a lot of private shows.
and you're all over too.
We are all.
You're all over, so you don't have to just be in Pittsburgh to hear you.
Oh no, definitely not. In fact,
Right.
I would say we're usually closer to here than we are in Pittsburgh. I mean, I play shows by myself. I know these guys all do too. So we put all of that stuff on the South 79 website. So if
Okay,
you wanna
great.
see-
Yeah, wherever one of us are going to be, we'll try to post that. And it started out, Greg and I kind of came up with like, hey, we'll just keep it local. We'll keep it around here in this area. And our first show was actually the Days Inn at the Meadville there 5 years ago. Then
I love that.
all of a sudden 3 weeks later, he said, hey, let's do Reno Fest in South Carolina. We did end up doing the band contest down there, and we placed pretty high in that. So we did. So it was like we went from here to here, and now we've kind of growing pains with we went through not too many musicians in bands. You'll find where they go through 10 or 15, 20 people before they get to Ray Fit. We found John and was like right there. Then Toby was available, and
Well, you can tell when something works, that magic just happens with the band.
It comes together real well, and we're like brothers. We kind of fight and argue and pick on each other the same way. I mean, it's great. It's fun, and the thing is, yeah, he's got it.
Well, listen, I'm very pleased to have you come on our show and share your
you so
talents
much
with us.
for
Thank
having
you
us.
Thank
so
you.
much for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you for having
It's
us.
been a lot of fun.
Great. We'll be watching your career, and hopefully we'll see you out there.
Well, his career mostly, because he's going to be a doctor, so we're going to have our own healthcare program and our own bluegrass band. So we're pretty proud of that. It's one reason to keep the band together. Of course, we'll have no shortage of musicians because they'll need healthcare. So hey, let's join the South 79 band and get a free prostate exam or something. Something.
I'll tell you what, I love
AAA
my job.
discounts and something.
I get to surround myself with talent and wonderful, fun people and make new friends, and it's just been great. So thank you very, very
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you out there.